In my previous video, number 19, I filled in scenic dirt between FasTrack spurs and between their ties to make the rails seem embedded in the ground. Now I'm doing a similar thing to the spurs leading off of my Ross turntable. The plastic filler is edged by pink foam trimmed to make a transition. The foam is then integrated into the scenery by vinyl spackle. When it's dry, I paint it to match. I've learned that no spot of white plaster should ever show. It lights up like a beacon in pictures and videos. I use Lionel yard lights in my turntable yard, but I find their chrome covers too shiny. So I'm spray painting them a glossy rust color. Taping the tiny yard light wires to a stiff copper wire, I can insert them for hookup underneath. Then I use tiny number 2 screws to fasten them down with a jeweler's screwdriver. I'm using Woodland Scenic's coarse ballast between the FasTrack rails. I then spritz the ballast with water with a few drops of detergent to loosen surface tension. Then use an eyedropper to add dilute white glue to hold the ballast in place. Periodically wiping glue and water from the tops of the rails. I then add some low desert soil from Arizona Rock and Mineral Company to add diversity. Before the glue sets, I run a car along the rails to assure that the flanges have room to roll. More coarse ballast and dirt is used to fill in between the spurs, with the ballast yielding primarily to low desert soil dirt. The final result looks like this. Finally, we need some tall grass and weeds. I fashion a tool out of a steel yarn needle by cutting off the top. And inserting the other end into a cork handle. I'm using Woodland Scenic's field grass packets in several colors. I drill a small hole, then use my tool to insert the grass, which has been captured within the tool's two prongs. As a final touch, I add some red rock and Cajun sandstone riprap from Arizona Rock and Minerals. There is much more to do, but this is a start on my locomotive yard.